The ANC's National Executive Committee meeting is reflecting on the outcomes of the May 29 elections, which saw the party dip below 50% for the very first time in 3 decades. Now, the 6-day meeting of the ANC's highest decision-making body started yesterday out in Boksburg in Ekurhuleni, and earlier, ANC First Deputy Secretary General Nomvula Mokonyane addressed the members of the media on the party's reflections of the elections. Well, for more on this, let's now welcome SABC News political reporter Samkele Maseko, who's joining us live from the ANC's NEC briefing out in Boksburg. Samkele, a very good afternoon to you. So we saw a media briefing earlier that touched on some of the issues that are currently being discussed at this NEC. Please give us a wrap of what has exactly transpired thus far on day 2 of the ANC's NEC meeting.
Well, Alicia, they at this point in time this morning discussed the political report overview that was delivered by the President of the African National Congress, Cyril Ramaphosa. They then delved into the elections report delivered by Mdumiseni Ntuli, head of elections, and also Nomvula Mokonyane, the Deputy Secretary General and Chairperson of elections within the ANC, which spoke to the various issues that plagued the ANC in going into these past elections provincially and nationally, where the ANC dipped significantly by about 17%. They are saying they will not be going on a witch hunt to remove certain leaders just because they failed to perform. They've got a history of removing leaders only for the ANC to suffer the repercussions at the polls further. So this time around they are going and employing a different tactic, but there will be repercussions, changes here and there, but they are delving deeper into the election results, dating it back to the 2016 local government elections, 2019 general elections, 2021 local government elections, and ultimately the calamity that happened on the 29th of May in 2024, in where the ANC lost that 17% electorally.
Samkele, Action SA leader Herman Mashaba was just in studio with me here, voicing some of his concerns with their current arrangement as Action SA with the ANC, saying that they're actually delaying in implementing some of those arrangements, like the removal of Johannesburg Mayor Gwamanda. Have you heard anything in relation to this at the NEC?
Gwamanda was refusing to hand in his resignation. Last I checked earlier on during the day, they had to call the leader of Al Jamaa in order to speak to Gwamanda, the executive mayor of the city of Johannesburg. We are told that he will tender in his resignation, but his resignation letter will state that he will remain the mayor of Johannesburg until the next council seating, where the new mayor will ultimately be elected. So we are told that he will resign as the mayor of the city of Johannesburg today or tomorrow, and the letter will entail that he is resigning, but it will be effective at the end of the month in the next council sitting, where the new mayor will then ultimately be elected as the executive mayor of the city of Johannesburg. So discussions on that particular issue are ensuing and they are ongoing. We do know that the provincial leadership of the ANC, led by Panyaza Lusufi and TK Ngiza, and also the regional leadership of Johannesburg are on the issue. Hence the various meetings that Herman Mashaba did confirm to the SABC that he has been having, they are ongoing.
And Samkele, I know it's only day 2 of the 6-day sitting. So, what more can we expect from the NEC meeting? We are also eager to hear if the recent remarks by the DA's Helen Zille will actually be addressed pertaining particularly at this sitting.
Nomvula Mokonyane did speak on that particular issue. They said that they can't afford to be as reckless as Helen Zille. Helen Zille must know that she is an invitee to the government of national unity. The GNU is ANC-led. All other political formations are there at the behest of the African National Congress, and the door is open should they wish to leave.
And in closing, a very quick one, Samkele, I know they also touched on this a little bit, the issue, of course, of the expulsion of their former president, Jacob Zuma. And we understand from the Zuma camp that he actually might be taking this decision on appeal. So any headway from the ANC in terms of how they're going to prepare for this, should it happen, of course?
It's not yet clear, but the Secretary General of the ANC, Fikile Mbalula, yesterday did say that Jacob Zuma will never return to the African National Congress. He is expelled. He has not yet been committal on whether he will appeal or he will not appeal, or is seeking legal recourse on this particular issue. We did see in the interview that our colleague Natasha Piri had with Tony Yengeni, who was a representative. He was with the lawyers of former President Jacob Zuma of the ANC in the form of Advocate Dalimpofu. So we don't know yet what will transpire legally on that particular front. We do know that yesterday he was in court for the patent of Umkhonto Wesizwe, and former President Mbeki, who was the predecessor of Jacob Zuma, said that it was a good decision to expel Jacob Zuma from the African National Congress.